I really thought leaving that apartment would be the end of it. After everything that happened, the knocking at night, the lights turning on by themselves, the notes appearing out of nowhere, I convinced myself it was just a bad place, a creepy building, maybe some kind of elaborate prank by the previous tenant. That's what I kept telling myself anyway. But the truth is, things didn't stop when I moved out. If anything, they got worse. When I left apartment 14C, I didn't take much with me, just clothes, my laptop, and a few personal items. I stayed with a friend for a couple of weeks while I looked for a new place. For a while, life felt normal again. No strange noises, no late-night knocking, no mysterious notes. I started sleeping better. I even joked about the whole situation, calling it my creepy apartment phase. Then, one afternoon, I got a phone call from a number I didn't recognize. I almost didn't answer it. I really wish I hadn't. "Hello?" I said. There was a long pause on the other end, then a man's voice, calm, careful, like he was choosing his words. "Hi," he said. "I'm calling about apartment 14C." My stomach dropped. I told him I didn't live there anymore, that I had already moved out. I assumed he was someone from the leasing office, maybe calling about paperwork or the security deposit. But what he said next didn't sound official at all. "I know," he replied. "I just wanted to ask you a few questions." I asked who he was. Another pause. "I'm the new tenant." His name was Daniel. He had moved in just a few days after I left. At first, he asked normal things, if the neighbors were loud, how the heating worked, whether the building had any issues. Then his tone changed. "Did you notice anything strange while you lived there?" he asked. I didn't know what to say, so I lied. "No," I told him. "Not really." There was a silence so long I thought the call had dropped. Then he said something that made my skin crawl. "I found a list in the kitchen drawer," he said, "written on an old piece of paper." My heart started pounding. "I think it was meant for you." I tried to end the conversation after that. Told him I didn't know anything about a list. Said I was busy. But before I could hang up, he asked one last question. "Did it ever follow you?" I hung up immediately. That night, for the first time since moving out, I had the dream again. The one where I'm lying in bed, unable to move, and someone is standing in the corner of the room watching me. Only this time, I wasn't in the apartment. I was in my friend's guest room, and the figure in the corner wasn't just watching. It was closer. The next morning, I convinced myself it was just stress, my brain replaying old fears. But then small things started happening again. My bedroom door would be closed when I knew I left it open. I'd wake up and find my phone on the floor, even though I always kept it on the nightstand. Once, I heard 3 soft knocks on the wall next to my bed. Not the door, the wall. Like something was trying to come through. A week later, Daniel called again. I didn't want to answer, but I did. He sounded different this time. Nervous. Exhausted. "I think you should have warned me," he said. I asked him what he meant. He told me that the lights had started turning on by themselves, that he heard knocking late at night, that things kept moving around the apartment when he wasn't home. Exactly the same things that happened to me. And then he said something I still can't stop thinking about. "There are new rules now," he whispered. I asked what he meant. He told me the list had changed, that new lines kept appearing, lines that weren't there before.
The last thing he said before the call cut out was this: "It doesn't matter that you moved. It already knows you." I haven't heard from Daniel since that night. His number goes straight to voicemail. Yesterday, out of curiosity, I checked the apartment listing online. Apartment 14C is available again. Move-in ready. No questions asked. I thought leaving would protect me. But I'm starting to realize something terrifying. Maybe the apartment wasn't the problem. Maybe the list never belonged to the apartment at all. Maybe it belonged to me. And last night when I came home from work, I found a piece of paper slipped under my front door. I haven't opened it yet, but I think I already know what it says.